Convicted without justice. The wrongful conviction of Tonya Monroe. One woman's story of true innocence. This is the actual true story of Tonya Monroe's wrongful conviction. Tonya Monroe was charged and wrongfully convicted of murder, distribution of meth, and child cruelty. The alleged victim, Kobe Shaw, 9 months old, diagnosed with terminal illness, pontocerebellar hypoplasia. Tonya's ordeal rapidly progresses from tragic loss of her baby grandson to a life in prison without parole. March 11, 2016. A frantic 911 call is placed for an unresponsive 9-month-old baby suffering from a terminal illness. Paramedics find baby Kobe Shaw unresponsive, and because of his illness, find no reason to suspect foul play. They call his time of death and proceed to discard the bedding and other items surrounding the body. They determined his cause of death was complications due to his illness. An autopsy was performed, and several months later, the results were released indicating 8 nanograms per milliliter of methamphetamine in Kobe's blood. Initially, the amount didn't appear in the medical examiner's results and was only detected after the blood sample was sent to a third-party lab. But the medical examiner in this case operates on her own protocol that if there is any amount of illicit substance found in the toxicology results, she will determine this to be the cause of death, no matter how small the amount is. This was stated in a literal confession in open court and on record. The medical examiner determined cause of death to be a homicide due to methamphetamine toxicity and sparked a murder investigation by the Sandy Springs, Fulton County Police in Georgia, all for an imaginary murder. A crucial look at the blood test results. Kobe's reported level of 8.6 nanograms per milliliter is over 300 times lower than the estimated lethal threshold, not consistent with acute toxicity, not supported by amphetamine metabolite detection, not differentiated by isomer to confirm illicit origin. This reinforces that the methamphetamine level found was not pharmacologically or forensically consistent with a fatal dose. Toxic thresholds for methamphetamine, blood levels above 3.0 milligrams per liter, which equals 3,000 nanograms per milliliter, are associated with significant risk of toxicity, including cardiovascular collapse, seizures, and death. Therapeutic levels for prescribed use, e.g. ADHD treatment, typically range from 20 to 50 ml. Behavioral thresholds, where users may show agitation, paranoia, or aggression, are often cited between 200 to 600 ml. An overview of the injustice in my trial. The medical examiner admitted under oath that in the event of an undetermined cause of death for a victim, it is her protocol that if the victim's blood registers any amount of an illicit substance, regardless of the quantity, that she would declare that substance as being the cause of death. No chain of custody on the blood sample. The blood sample was sent to the third-party lab without following proper protocol. Multiple witnesses perjured themselves, with their testimonies contradicting those from the first trial. A jailhouse informant received a reduced sentence after falsely claiming I confessed to the crime. Her testimony was complete hearsay and incentivized by her reduced sentence, which she later admitted. The first 30 minutes of her interview with the detective were inaudible. The judge showed extreme prejudice against the defense, particularly towards the expert witness, who is one of Georgia's leading pathologists. His testimony on toxicology was not allowed, while the prosecution's expert was given full freedom to testify. Violation of Brady law. The judge ruled that the defense could not suggest that the other people in the home with the victim might be responsible for his death. The baby's parents admitted to smoking meth around the child. The mother testified that I was never alone with the child and not his caregiver. During the investigation, the lead detective lied to the baby's parents, claiming to have a written confession from me, which led to them speaking out publicly on nationally aired talk shows against me. Despite this, I was denied a change of venue for the trial. Defense requests for a directed verdict of acquittal were denied without consideration by the judge. I was sentenced to life without parole plus 50 years. Imagine losing your baby grandson and then being accused and convicted of his murder, with no chance of ever seeing freedom again. This is my reality, and I pray that someone hears my plea and helps me reclaim my life. I loved my grandchild deeply, and am a good person with much more love to give to this world. The fight is not over.